If you was asked what is the best rom-com anime, what would your answer be? The only right response is to say Horimiya. Horimiya quickly became my favorite rom-com anime and is absolutely the best. And this all happened in one night of 2023. I was just scrolling through Hulu and came across this anime. I've seen images of it before, so that just made me click on it to see how many episodes it had and if I wanted to watch it. And seeing that it only had 13 episodes, I was like, let's just let it be a late night watch, you know? And after the first episode, I had to keep going because it was just a comfortable watch. Miyamura, who is more of the main character, is seen as an otaku and a loner. Hori is shown to be smart and popular in her school. Both of these characters have more going on in their life than the other characters get to see. These characters also end up seeing each other after school because of Hori's little brother, Sota, the true goat. I really like this anime because a lot of rom-com take way too long to get to the actual romance, the actual couple part of the show. It would be like the last episode of the series. Miyamura and Hori's relationship is interesting to watch, and the build up to it is so good, bruh. No matter how much cut content there was in that first season, it was still a great watch for the relationship part of the show. Even with the anime being 12 episodes long, the show still puts in a bunch of new characters and they all get a good amount of screen time too. Miyamura, who is the main character of the show, is someone that's isolated from the others, especially like in his childhood, except for this one character that I'll talk about later. He is someone that hated everything that was around him. He always felt like he didn't belong until he met Hori. And Hori is just the person that brought out everything in Miyamura's life to be better. I love watching Hori and Miyamura through their questionable moments and their happy and slice of life moments. The main thing about why this anime is so great, like I said, it doesn't take forever for them to become an actual couple. And the show is mature. There isn't gimmicky stuff like other rom-com anime has, like insanely long misunderstandings that would last for at least 2 episodes. It's not a harem anime, and there's no rival female, when there's no childhood crush. It's just mature teenage relationships. And how the characters act is also mature. They're not dumb. Except for Yura. Yura's actually an idiot. Like, he's great though. You know what I mean? He's not. Okay, when I say idiot, I mean like his actions. He's obviously smart to be able to go to that school because, exams. But like I said, there's other characters. Like I was just talking about Yura, there's other characters, which is Yoshikawa. Then there's Toru and Yura, Sakura. God, I'm doing this with no script, by the way, if you couldn't tell. Sakura, Sengoku, Remy, Yanagi. Those are the main characters, and Sawada too. Those are the main characters the series follows. And each one of them are also good characters and mature characters. Toru, who is the purple-haired tall boy. You know what I mean? He is the character that actually had a crush on Hori. And seeing him later form a relationship with another character, and that being Yoshikawa, who was Hori's best friend, was so good. And the trophy part didn't the two different girls, that trope part didn't go to the main characters, but it went to Toru. There was only one person that he wanted, and that was Yoshikawa. And that was just a great moment of the series. And I mentioned Toru being with two girls, which was Yoshikawa, and the other character was Sakura, who's part of the student council. And the student council is made up of Sakura, Remy, and Sengoku, with Sengoku being the council president. And Sengoku is the childhood friend of Hori. And you know what? There was no secret romance that Sengoku had on Hori, and that is great. I don't need that all the time. And him being with Remy, that relationship was adorable, because the way they showed how Sengoku wanted to protect Remy, and how Remy loved that he wanted to protect her, even when it was the smallest of things that he would be scared of himself. And seeing that was just, like I said, adorable. And God, I just love these characters. So then there's Sawada, who is, if you're just watching this, you're going to think Sawada is Miyamori's lost sister, because she looks just like him. I've watched reactions, like me myself, we all thought that was his sister, because she looks just like a girl version though. Even though Miyamori is like a pretty boy who looks like a girl if he had extremely, well, he did have long hair. He ended up cutting it. I do like his cut hair. A lot of people don't like his cut hair. I just want to say I like him with short hair. But anyway, back to Sawada. So Sawada is like his little sister that he ends up being protective over, after learning that she had an older brother and he had passed away, and she grew close to him too, which was something you saw later. I assume these were, the relationship could have been built up more in the manga. I did read some of the manga. I tried to read all the cut content that even Missing Pieces didn't do, so I'm not sure if I missed anything, but yeah. But like, Missing Pieces, let's start on Missing Pieces. Missing Pieces, because thing was, with Missing Pieces, I didn't have to wait for Horimiya and then wait for Missing Pieces. I finished Horimiya, and then the next year, Missing Pieces came out, and that was just, oh my, that's literally like the best feeling for you to finish something, and then unlike other people, you don't have to wait for like 3 years just to get the next part. And I was hyped for Missing Pieces, and they gave me exactly what I needed. All the cut content, well, not all content, but good cut content. They even, you know, every single anime dealing with teenagers in high school has a sports festival, and Horimiya had a sports festival, and I'm not mad that they cut that part from the original series. But actually, the way they did it in Missing Pieces was fun too, because it did take up like a few episodes, but it was still entertaining. A lot of sports festival parts in anime are boring and long. Like I said, it did take a few, I think it was like 2 episodes, but that's not too crazy though. And I don't know, it might just be a bias though, because I just, like I said, I love Horimiya. And I have seen some people say Horimiya's not funny. Those are the haters. Horimiya is one of the funniest rom-coms for anime I have ever got my eyes to watch. You know? The jokes always land. If it's coming from your era, it's definitely gonna land. If it's coming from Miyamura, it's definitely gonna land. If it's coming from when Hori wants to get slapped by Miyamura, it's gonna land, and it's gonna have me having questionable thoughts about what is wrong with Hori and why she wants to get beat up by Miyamura. And he's right to be extremely scared of, why would I beat you up? Where's this crazy scene where he ends up slapping the crap out of Hori. And that's the episode when someone from Miyamura's background comes back, and Miyamura's basically living in his head rent free because he just thinks about Miyamura for like the next 2 days. And the episode was actually quite enjoyable. And it was basically how, I forget his name. I was trying to put it up, but how this character lied about the bunnies dying when they were in grade school because Miyamura was always around the bunnies, and like he was isolated, so people didn't really mess with him anyway, so it was easy to get the lie on because he ended up killing the bunnies by not feeding it. And the way they pictured that and portrayed that while he was in his head was very neat and it was very good watch. And when I talk about him being from his past, remember how they said there's another character that Miyamura interacted with, even though he didn't like anybody, and that was Shindo. And Shindo is truly like Shindo his best friend, bro. Toru, you're up there, but Shindo's truly Miyamura's best friend. Just by the way they act, he's so comfortable with him. He calls him names. Of anybody in the series, Miyamura has the most disrespectful sentences for Shindo. But like I said, with Horimiya, there's also some mature moments. Like when Hori was sick and she talked about how, well, she didn't really say it, but like her mother was like always leaving for work, so she felt lonely. And the way she acted out towards Miyamura with her being sick, it was like a fever dream. So she saw Miyamura as her mom and was like telling her not to leave. And then Miyamura was saying, I forget exactly what he said, but it was definitely a sweet thing. And then he confesses to her too, that same episode. Then there's Hori's family, Sota, the goat, her father, Kyosuke, and her mom. I don't remember her mom's name, but Sota, the reason why I call him the goat is because without him, all this wouldn't have happened. And Kyosuke, he's not really a deadbeat. He does his job, and his job is far away. Kind of. I think he's a photographer. I think I saw that somewhere. But yeah, Kyosuke, he's hilarious. The way he always acts, well, he used to act when Miyamura would come up to him, when you would enter the house, he's like, who was this guy? And then after he cut his hair, he was like, who is this guy? He's definitely dumb. And in the pieces, they show Kyosuke and Hori's mom, how they got together, how they started getting together, and that was a great episode, man. Truly a good episode. I love seeing that backstory. And how Hori's mom is basically, she was always like nice and stuff, but she would definitely become hot-headed. And that is why Hori is always so hot-headed, because she gets that from her mom. Because like her dad is so chill, bro. Her dad is so chill. And I would say that is where Sota gets his attitude, because in the manga, like the last 2 chapters, there's some extra chapters, and it's of Sota in high school with his friend, that would come over, the redheaded girl, and they have a thing for each other, and it's basically Hori and Miyamura again, because he confesses to her in like the most random of times, but in the smoothest of ways. And like if she catches it, it's just like, huh, what are you talking about? And like it's just like so good. I need another series just of Sota with his friend. That's all I need, because at this moment they're not doing anything I know of with the Horimiya product. You know, I just need something to scratch that itch, bro. So yeah, I hope this was like a good video. Horimiya is my top five, by the way. And that's all I got. You know, peace.